Did you know that many of the symptoms of heart trouble after 60 aren't the dramatic chest-clutching kind you see in movies? It's easy to dismiss a new ache or a bout of tiredness as just getting old. We tell ourselves it's normal, a part of the journey. But what if those subtle changes, those odd little quirks your body starts doing, are actually whispers from your heart, trying to tell you something incredibly important? Your heart, that incredible engine that's been faithfully pumping for decades, might be sending out signals you're missing. Signals that are easy to confuse with everyday aches or the natural process of aging. This often leads to delays in getting the care you might need, simply because the signs aren't what we expect. But the truth is, your body is remarkably intelligent, and it's constantly communicating with you. We just need to learn how to listen to its more discreet messages, especially when it comes to something as vital as your heart. These are the kinds of signs that your friends and even some family members might dismiss, or that you might brush off yourself, because they don't fit the typical picture of a heart problem. Yet, recognizing them early can make all the difference in staying healthy and strong for years to come. In this video, we're going to uncover 6 strange, often overlooked symptoms that could be signs your heart needs a little extra attention after the age of 60. These aren't the obvious ones, but they're absolutely crucial to recognize. Make sure you stay with me until the very end, because I've got something truly surprising to share that could change the way you think about your heart health and empower you to live your fullest life. Let's dive right into these vital clues your body might be giving you, starting with the first symptom that often catches people off guard: persistent, unexplained pain in your jaw, neck, or back. Now, I know what you're thinking. Jaw pain, back pain. That's just old age or sleeping funny. And yes, it absolutely can be. We all get a stiff neck from time to time, or a crick in the back after a long day in the garden. But when this pain is unusual, persistent, and doesn't seem to be linked to a specific injury or activity, especially if it feels like it's radiating or getting worse with any kind of physical exertion, it's worth paying attention. For some, especially women, heart-related pain often doesn't present as the classic chest pain. Instead, it can manifest as a dull ache in the jaw, sometimes running up the left side of the neck, or even a discomfort in the upper back. Between the shoulder blades, it's strange because it doesn't quite feel like a muscle strain, nor does it necessarily come with the crushing sensation we associate with heart attacks. It might just feel like a nagging toothache that won't go away, or a persistent stiffness in your neck that painkillers don't touch. Imagine trying to enjoy a nice dinner with your grandchildren, and suddenly, your jaw starts to ache, making it uncomfortable to chew. Or perhaps you're simply walking around the block, something you do every day, and a strange, unfamiliar ache settles in your upper back, making you want to sit down. This pain might come and go, making it even easier to ignore. But if it recurs, especially with exertion or stress, your heart might be trying to tell you something important. Moving on to our second strange symptom: profound and unexplained fatigue. We all feel tired, especially as we get older. Life is busy, and our bodies naturally slow down a bit. But this isn't just, "I need a nap," tired. This is a crushing, overwhelming exhaustion that makes even simple tasks feel monumental. It's the kind of fatigue where getting out of bed in the morning feels like running a marathon, or where walking to the mailbox leaves you utterly drained for hours. Your doctor might ask if you're sleeping well, and you might genuinely say yes, but still feel like you're dragging a concrete block behind you all day. Why is this a heart symptom when your heart isn't pumping as efficiently as it should? Your vital organs and muscles aren't getting enough oxygen and nutrients. Your body then goes into conservation mode, trying to save every bit of energy it has. Think of it like trying to run a car with low fuel pressure. It might start, but it won't have the power it needs, and you'll constantly feel like you're running on empty. no matter how much rest you get. You might find yourself canceling social plans, cutting short your walks, or even struggling with everyday chores that used to be easy, like carrying groceries or doing laundry. It's a persistent, debilitating tiredness that doesn't improve with rest. And it's a whisper from your heart that it might be struggling to keep up with the demands of your body. And the third symptom we need to discuss, one that's often dismissed as a normal part of aging or standing too long, is swelling in your legs, ankles, and feet. This is often referred to as edema. You might notice your shoes feeling tighter than usual, or that your socks leave deep indentations around your ankles that don't disappear quickly. You might even find your legs look a bit puffy, especially at the end of the day. It's easy to think, oh, I've just been on my feet too much. Or, it must be the heat. Or, my old shoes just aren't comfortable anymore. But persistent swelling in these areas can be a significant sign that your heart isn't pumping blood effectively. When the heart struggles, it can cause fluid to back up in the veins, particularly in the lower extremities, leading to this telltale puffiness. Imagine your heart as a powerful pump that's designed to circulate fluids throughout your body. If that pump isn't working at full capacity, fluid can start to collect in the lowest parts of your body due to gravity. You can even test for pitting edema by gently pressing your thumb into the swollen area for a few seconds. If an indentation remains after you remove your thumb, that's a strong indicator of fluid retention that needs to be checked out. Perhaps you've noticed that your favorite pair of comfortable slippers suddenly feel tight, or that your rings feel snugger on your fingers. These might seem like minor annoyances, but when they become persistent, they're signals that your body's fluid balance might be off, and your heart is working harder than it should to keep things moving. Now that we've shed light on how jaw pain, unexplained exhaustion, and swollen ankles can be quiet alarms from your heart, let's continue our exploration with 3 more crucial signs you absolutely shouldn't ignore. Moving right along. Let's talk about our 4th symptom, one that can make you feel disoriented and often gets blamed on everything but the heart-recurrent dizziness or lightheadedness. Now, a little bit of dizziness can happen to anyone, especially if you stand up too quickly or haven't had enough to drink. But when dizziness becomes a regular occurrence, or when it's severe enough to make you feel like you might faint, it's a red flag. This isn't just a brief head rush, it's a sensation of unsteadiness, feeling faint, or like the room is spinning. Even when you're sitting still, it's strange because it can be so fleeting, making it easy to dismiss, or it might only happen in specific situations, making it harder to pinpoint. The reason your heart might be involved is that consistent dizziness can be a sign that your brain isn't getting enough blood flow. Your heart is responsible for pumping oxygen-rich blood to every part of your body, including your brain. If the heart isn't pumping strongly, or if there's an issue with its rhythm, it can lead to a temporary drop in blood pressure or a reduction in blood flow to the brain, causing that dizzy sensation. Think about trying to use a garden hose with low water pressure. The water just trickles out. Similarly, if your heart isn't generating enough pressure, your brain isn't getting the steady supply of blood it needs. You might experience this when you're simply getting up from a chair, or perhaps while you're out for a walk, leaving you feeling wobbly and unsure of your footing. For some, it might even lead to a near-fainting spell or feeling generally unsteady on their feet. It's not just an inconvenience. It's your body signaling that something isn't quite right with its internal plumbing and the flow of vital resources to your brain. Our 5th symptom, often mistaken for just being out of shape or even a touch of asthma, is shortness of breath with minimal exertion or when lying down. This is different from huffing and puffing after climbing 2 flights of stairs, which can be normal for anyone. This is feeling breathless after walking just a few steps across the room, or struggling to catch your breath while simply talking on the phone. It's particularly strange because many people over 60 might think, well, I'm just not as fit as I used to be, and start to limit their activities rather than considering a deeper cause. Another puzzling aspect is shortness of breath that worsens when you lie flat, a condition known as orthopnea. You might find yourself needing more pillows to prop yourself up at night, or even needing to sleep in a recliner, just to breathe comfortably. The reason this can be a heart symptom is often linked to fluid buildup in the lungs. When your heart isn't pumping efficiently, particularly the left side, blood can back up into the blood vessels of the lungs, causing fluid to leak into the air sacs. This makes it harder for oxygen to get into your bloodstream, leading to that feeling of breathlessness. Imagine your lungs trying to work through a layer of thick fog. It becomes incredibly difficult to get enough air. Perhaps you found yourself gasping for air after a very short walk to the kitchen, something you would have never thought twice about before. Or maybe you've been waking up at night feeling like you can't get a full breath, leading to restless sleep and even more fatigue. This isn't just about being out of shape. It's a significant sign that your heart is struggling to keep your lungs clear and supplied with enough blood flow for easy breathing. Finally, let's explore our sixth strange symptom: persistent digestive issues like nausea, indigestion, or stomach pain. This is perhaps one of the most surprising and often overlooked heart symptoms, because we typically associate stomach problems with, well, our stomach. We might blame it on something we ate, a bit of stress, or just a sensitive digestive system. But for some people, especially women, heart attack symptoms don't always involve the classic chest pain. Instead, they can manifest as feelings of nausea, actual vomiting, general indigestion, or even a deep, persistent stomach pain that can be mistaken for heartburn, a stomach bug, or even a nervous stomach. It's strange because the discomfort isn't necessarily in your chest. It can feel very much like a bad case of indigestion that just won't go away. Even after taking antacids, the connection lies in the fact that pain from the heart can radiate to other areas, including the abdomen. Also, a heart struggling to pump efficiently can sometimes affect blood flow to the digestive system, leading to these uncomfortable sensations. Imagine your stomach feeling constantly unsettled, almost like you're on a choppy boat. Even when you haven't eaten anything unusual, you might feel a dull ache in your upper abdomen, or persistent heartburn that doesn't respond to typical remedies. It's easy to ignore, to assume it's just something I ate. But if these symptoms are unusual for you, or if they occur alongside any of the other strange symptoms we've discussed, they warrant serious attention. Your body is incredibly interconnected, and what feels like a stomach issue could, surprisingly, be a signal from your hardworking heart, urging you to listen closely. We've talked about those puzzling pains in your jaw, neck, or back that might actually be your heart calling out. We explored the deep, persistent exhaustion that goes far beyond just a tired day, and the swelling in your ankles and feet that could be a sign your body is holding on to too much fluid. We also delved into why sudden dizziness or breathlessness with little effort might warrant a closer look, and even how what feels like indigestion could actually be a cardiac warning. It's clear that our hearts communicate in more mysterious ways than we often realize, sending out these subtle signals that are easy to misinterpret or dismiss as just part of getting older. But the beautiful truth is that by understanding these less obvious signs, we gain an incredible power, the power to act, to seek advice, and to take proactive steps for our health. Remember, spotting these signs isn't about panic. It's about empowerment. It's about taking charge of your health journey and ensuring that your incredible heart continues to serve you well for many more vibrant years. Your body is always communicating, and these strange symptoms are simply its way of asking for a little extra attention. Small, consistent steps in listening to your body and consulting with your healthcare professional can make an enormous difference in your health and happiness. Don't ever feel silly for mentioning a persistent ache or an unusual feeling to your doctor. You are your own best advocate. And that intuition, that inner voice telling you something might be off, is often right. It's much better to be safe and have things checked out than to overlook something potentially serious. I truly hope this conversation has given you valuable insights and helped you tune into your body's unique language. If any of these symptoms resonated with you, or if you've experienced something similar that you initially dismissed but later learned was heart-related, please share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your story could truly help someone else who's feeling confused or unsure, prompting them to seek the help they need. And if you found this video helpful and informative, please give it a thumbs up. It genuinely helps us reach more people who need this vital information. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more practical and encouraging advice on living your healthiest, happiest life at every age. Your heart has been working hard for you for so many years, and it deserves your attention and care. By listening to its whispers, by staying informed and taking proactive steps, you're investing in a future full of vitality, joy, and the energy to continue doing all the things you love. You're never too old to learn something new about your body, and you're never too old to take amazing care of yourself. Embrace every day. Listen to your body, and live your best life at every age.